enough because Liquid can gather up and actually just pressure and take out buildings fast enough for before Resolution is able to get online in that complete split push faction. So yeah, I'm probably leaning on Liquid as well.
Yeah, all about whether this goes late or not. It really is. You know, if this does end up being a free farm anti-mage game,
Soxa
could be potential first blood setup here. They've got the Fisher as well. Moving Matuma Man in.
He's blocked.
In the high, oh yeah, the Fisher's on point. Saxa's blocked in. That'll be your first blood. Kuro takes it. Catching the Rubik out. Liquid with a great start to the game. See, or try and use this opportunity to try and steal the bottom map bounty route if they can, but still with 30 seconds until the bell tolls. Liquid can get back down there to hold control of that area as well.
We got another mid ward coming out for Team Liquid. Or this time they actually, okay, this time Liquid actually has the ward. For the most part, it seems like Odd has been having the advantage in the mid ward in majority of the matchups so far. Weehaw always seems to have that one. Let's see what Weehaw can do. I mean, he's been playing incredibly well in this series. He like kicked it up massively, looking back to be in his old shape from what we used to, the old Weehaw we used to love and see. More aggression coming out into Misery. Just zoning him away from the rune.
Just harassing back the Breaker. That Grave Chill as well. They're going to be able to do a fair bit to him, bringing it down to half health. Misery still yet to skill.
This is where the lanes become, this is where the lanes are a little weird because of the draft that they actually ended up having. It's the Lycan mid versus the Lina.
Okay.
So it definitely can suffer quite a lot versus that heavy nuke and that massive range. Lycan should not be able to, I mean, you're going to farm, but not too well.
Is this just because you don't want the Huskar to have to deal with the Lina? What are you trying to open up in terms of possibilities with this move with Matuma Man to the mid?
I mean, when you pick a Huskar, the game is about the Huskar. So putting him in the safe lane, having him the free farm is much more important than having like contested farm, which is what would happen from that middle lane.
Top lane, mind control, out of mana as he gets dragged out of position. Rezo gets the punches through. Bottom lane, Moon trying to trade hits with GH. A couple of spears on him though. Moon starting to fall a little low. Continuing to man up, trading a little more favorably until now, but with the Grave Chill, Moon has to be careful. He's got to respect the potential for Miracle to come in and start to really force him out of the lane there with the Burning Spears.
The Blightstone on GH for the starting item to help zone out a bit, really helping.
And coming forward again with that Grave Chill. I mean, Moon, he's going to fall very low. In fact,
should be fine with Stout Shield.
Incredibly close there. Does have to be careful.
This fun little battle in the jungle that's been happening for about a minute long so far. Kuroki versus Misery. Kuroki with boots, just able to outdistance Misery non-stop.
And I guess this is good for Liquid. We're just limiting what Misery can do in terms of making a play at level 1 with the Breaker.
Yeah. Kuro chases all the way out.
Yeah.
And they put a ward to watch whenever Legion Commander does go to the jungle or resort to that, so they'll know whenever the rotation comes out from the Spirit Breaker. It's kind of a double usage ward to watch the charge and the jungle. Kuroki getting charged up mid for Misery, but has to stop getting into the tower range.
Of course, with these lanes though as well, it is going to be another game where in the early laning stage, Rezo's anti-mage is going to be entirely uncontested as it seems. He is going to get that free farm to begin with. Middle lane, Kuro actually gets taken down there. We are finding the chance to nuke him down, find the kill. Kuro underestimating the range there, the Lina.
Yep, that attack range. And I like the Planet Odd emphasized on putting a deep ward in the bottom jungle to block the pull, because Visage is a hero that needs to pull and get levels. Misery getting chased down a bit by Kuroki in Mind Control.
Does have the charge, but Mind Control, of course, has got a Fisher available.
He's really tanky too. This is a very tough kill for them to try to get between the two of them. Even with the fissure.
I mean, at the least,
that's a lot of buy blocks.
Certainly causing issues. I mean, this is, as we say, you know, making it very hard for Misery to get much done across the map.
Yeah.
But I guess on the other side, you could look at his Misery, drawing the attention of two of the heroes of Liquid away from the lanes. But that doesn't seem to be an issue in terms of farm. You know, bottom lane, Miracle doing more than fine. But the same to be said, of course, for Rezo up on top. Still pretty much bang on with the CS.
All got to come down to is can they handle the Huskar when he gets that arm? Like, can they handle when they group up with the Oracle and the Husk? Matu getting heavily harassed in the middle lane, but his last hitting is not too shabby. 18-0 to the 20 with 2 and 3. Having to bring a couple extra regen out because you're not a hero that really typically goes bottle as a Lycan. So he's brought a couple salves, so he does have a good chunk of last hits, but his net worth is a good amount lower than Weehaw.
Yeah, because of that kill.
Yeah.
onto Kuro. And as we can see it with Dragon Slave, Matuma indeed being forced back. But the wave's pushing in, he can farm it pretty safely underneath that tier 1.
Oh my goodness, almost just dies to that Dragon Slave. The scary thing is too that Weeha's gonna be able to pressure this tower and take it very early at this rate versus Matu, because there's no way that he can force him off of it at all. Kuroki actually is gonna have to start rotating in, but Kuro's only level 1.
Now Weeha did head over, see if he could find some action onto Kuro. There will be a charge coming in towards Matuma Man. Looks like Misery does want to commit with this, with the wave pushing in. Does have to back up. They will get the root off underneath the range of the tower. I'm seeing Misery taking quite a bit of damage in return. Weeha's going to move forward, looking for Kuro, but a Fisher from Mind Control as he comes in with a rotation. Could set up for some kills for Liquid. They'll get Misery at least. May even get more. GH is coming as well. Looked for the Grave Chill. Does get it off. Light Strike holds back the Visage. But Liquid move up to the high ground. No Shrine yet, of course. Still 20 seconds before it's available. And Liquid clean up both kills.
Whew. Misery, maybe with a little bit of a overzealous charge under the tower there, with a big 3 or 4 hero rotation coming out from Liquid, but they didn't see those heroes rotating in. So he wanted to try to go for that type of kill. And they get punished heavily. Now Matu's ahead of the Lina in the middle lane.
And look at that stat as well for Miracle's Huskar. 84% win rate in pro games.
Disgusting. Huskar players.
And indeed, all things so far setting up to be the star that he needs.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's all about how well Liquid can use this early game to get that lead in the mid game, try and shut down the map, make sure that Rezo doesn't continue to get his farm. Because at the moment, Rezo is absolutely on track to get a very respectable Treads Battle Fury time.
Yeah, it's all about can they close the game out before that anti-mage becomes an issue. But also, there's the thing is the Oracle Huskar is, it's absolutely absurd with its potential, how much you can actually survive with it, but it's not just him. We have to remember, there is also the Lycan in the game, so they do have that kind of backup as well. And heavy amounts of teamfight and lockdown coming in from the Earthshaker.
Charge again, looking towards the mid, but Matuma does have backup. On the sidelines, Kuro's there. They look towards Weeha for initiation. They have the route. And Weeha a little too speedy, gets himself back up to the high ground of his side, so they won't continue to chase. Meanwhile, Saxa actually playing around with Mind Control. Mind Control, trying to juke it out. Can go for a Mango Fisher play if he feels the need to do so. Continues to juke it around the tree. Enchant Tome could be enough here. As he pops it down, gets the proc with the passive. Matuma Man's able to chase down with the ultimate, and Liquid get themselves another. Once again, Liquid not afraid to send mass heroes in reaction to secure the kills and punish Odd each time they come over to Liquid's half of the map.
Yeah, good jukes through the trees there by Mind Control. How's Moon been doing? Taking an item, he's been jungling for a bit. Just Iron Talon level 5, so his levels are pretty good, a little bit better than Mind Control.
And Miracle with his farm, of course, already going to become an issue with this incredibly fast armlet pickup.
Let the aggression begin. Jumps on Moon.
Yeah, he should get this one as well. A couple of spears and Moon almost certainly going to tick out. He'll try and turn. Here we have Miracle. Can the armlet toggle save him? A lot of hate being thrown his way as Weeha Misery come in. The Laguna Blade will get it. The nuke's too much. They'll take Miracle. Can they get anything more? Saxa's come in, trying to close the gap onto the Visage, but won't quite be quick enough. But a very, very needed and big kill there for Planet Odd, getting the kill onto Miracle.
Yeah, great reaction. They have to make sure that when those dives do come out, they get the kills on the Huskar, especially in the early game, because early levels, the magic resistance isn't as absurd. You know, it's only 30% at maximum resistance. That's only at 10%, so yeah, the Laguna Blade is a great way to deal with him before he gets that max passive.
Eyeing a potential to go for Saxa. Jump forward from Miracle already. The spears start to stack up. No escape for the Rubik, as Liquid will get another freebie down in this bottom lane. This time, not needing to dive at all, as Saxa was looking to just try and pick up some solo XP on that road to the level 6.
Exactly, yeah. They're trying to just leave Rezo alone. They're like, all right, it's gonna be the anti-mage show for this game to deal with the Huskar to the later stage, so give him a max amount of experience in that top lane, give him full free farm, and try to make plays around the map. Yes. So Spirit Breaker level 3, Saxa level 4. How are the other supports looking at? Got level 3 Kuroki and level 5 on GH.
Now we are going to see Misery try to have a bit of a go onto GH. Weeha's there as well with the presence, lands the Light Strike along with the Laguna Blade. That'll be an easy kill.
That's a level 5 Visage too. Good chunk of experience going toward Lina and Misery. Misery really needs that XP.
I mean, maybe Misery's Miracle seeing if he can get something onto Misery, but Misery quick with the TP out. No way to hold him back as he gets himself out of the clutches of Kuro and Miracle.
You know, that is the scary thing too. Like we're mentioning, you know, the Huskar show, the Huskar game, etc. But the anti-mage can actually do a lot to this game because there's only like 2 forms of lockdown. It's the Earthshaker and the Familiars. Moon actually drops.
Gonna make it.
To the right clicks.
Goes for pretty much his best option there, trying to TP out, but indeed, one right click too many. Gets the kill. Top lane, Saxa and Misery trying to close the gap onto Mind Control, but couldn't quite get in range for the telekinesis setup. So once again, getting away. As we could see in this laning stage, 9 minutes in, Liquid taking the lead 7 for free, but Rezo and Weeha still getting all the farm in the world, on par with that of Miracle and Matumba Man. See what the next rotation is, and really the plan's going to be for them. They are going to have to look to start to do something soon about that anti-mage. As
it's tough for them to kill him.
I mean, that's the absolutely. They need mass lockdown. Once they've got the familiars, definitely the chance there. A good Fisher into the familiar stuns should be more than enough time for Miracle to get the damage stacking up with the burning spears to kill the anti-mage.
Yeah, once they get their levels up on the Oracle, once he's 6 and once they, like everybody else has their 6s pretty much, that's when Liquid can actually look to start doing, you know, what they want to do with the Huskars, group up and go for that push.
Up for the high ground, and we'll get the telekinesis onto Matumba Man. Still gets the ult off, looking to chase down, trying to go for the easier kill. There's the drive-by charge from Misery, holding Matumba Man back for a little bit. Saxa will try to deny himself to the Ancients. It's not going to be successful. Echo Slam comes out from Mind Control into the Fisher, setting up for kills on the backline as Matumba tries to chase down Weeha. Light Strike will hold back the Wolf as the ult will finish. And overall, 2-for-1 trade, favoring that of Liquid. Mind Control continuing to chase down Moon. With a stick charge and Fisher off cooldown in a couple of seconds, that'll do it. Finishes off the Legion as well. Liquid taking the favorable trade. Now and potentially in position to push down middle lane.
Yeah. Now they've got this one online. This is perfect timing for them to siege the tower, but Glyph is up and Weeha's in position. So nice, that was a good rotation from Mind Control there to set up for that Echo Slam and the Fissure.
And look at this up top. Resolution trying to man up. Does have to be careful. The root will be there along with the TP from Mind Control. Won't have quite enough lockdown on damage, though, to deal with him. As the blink out's there, the rest of Liquid unable to head over and join the fight. More focused on pushing down mid, but Miracle gets toyed around a little bit. The charge will come in, but are we held off as they do respect the potential, and now Miracle just jumps forward. They've got Familiars as well to control Moon, and Miracle picks up another. The team enabling him very nicely as 11 minutes in, he's picked up 5 kills, and he's starting to get that lead that he requires to take control at this stage of the game.
Level 6 is online. Siege the buildings. Need to take down as many tier 1s as possible so they can know wherever Resolution is farming, so they get as much.
They've just found more as well. As Misery just gets spotted out in the tree line, has to be careful how close he comes with the vision from these Familiars.
Supports on the side of Odd are really suffering right now. 4 deaths on Saxa, 3 on Misery. Just every time they're seen, they just get killed by this super farmed Huskar. 3K gold lead. Siege continues. Oracle sitting behind, level 6 online.
Again, charges there, but almost certainly going to be cancelled as Odd cannot fight like that into the Miracle Huskar.
Yeah, and not when Weeha is low mana. Weeha is their pretty much all their damage in this game for this next, actually for quite a while until Anti-Mage starts getting light, because Legion Commander does not have pretty much like any farm.
Look at this wrap around here. Miracle, he's hunting. He's into the tree line. He knows that Odd like to hang around in this position. The Familiars once again spotting out Moon. Jump forward straight away from the Huskar. Miracle claims 1 life and now potentially looking for more. Misery forced back.
Now Matu on the chase for Wee.
He's trying to go for it. Misery will hold him back with the charge. Light Strike catches out the Wolves, but it won't catch the big old daddy dog as Matumba Man chases forward up into the base of Planet Odd, takes down 1, and he's not done yet. Looks towards Misery. The Familiar stuns, holding Misery away from the shrine. He turns, gets the charge off. That will give him the time to activate the shrine, and Misery will survive with that quick charge back play.
Their 4 heroes aren't able to stand toe-to-toe versus Liquid right now when they're online. Rezo is trying to get the farm up. Mind Control is in position, though, to go for some type of play here with a big creep wave, but
it's very close to having the Blink Dagger as well.
Yeah.
If they start to take some towers and kills like this, it's going to be even closer. Moon just gets jumped on immediately. The plan is coming together for Liquid. This Huskar lineup hitting its momentum and starting to work exactly as they planned. 13 minutes in. 16 for 4, 5K net worth lead, and it's only going to be greater with the push coming in from Liquid. The strats might not have worked out in Game 1 and Game 2, but Kuroi's turned up with a lineup here in Game 3 that seemed very hard for Planet's Odds team to match up against.
Yeah. Mind control now, first showing of the Blink Dagger.
Jumps in, no
Cleans
messing.
off Misery.
Yeah, dropping the Echo for that. But it's keeping this flow going for Liquid. They'll take the tier 2.
They're doing the aggression that they need to do with their lineup. They're not hesitating whatsoever, not letting Resolution get online. He's almost got the Battle Fury finished, but they're already starting to suffer and hemorrhage way too many kills. 17-4, everybody is dying except for pretty much like Weeha and Rezo. Wee's died a couple, but yeah, it's the supports and Moon that are 0-4 on Misery, 0-5 on Sux, and 0-6 on Moon. They're just getting ran at and they're unable to contest like the 3 or 4 heroes that Liquid brings in with their 3 or 4 heroes.
And the jungle as well, mind control. He's gonna find Saxa, just blink away, doesn't want to try and play around with him on his own. Knows that there's potential backup from Planet Odd, and indeed Planet Odd setting most of their resources down bottom. So Liquid will have the space up top to claim another tower. More money into the pocket of Miracle as he sits comfortably at the top of the net worth board alongside Matumbaman's Lycan. 7,500 net worth lead for the side of Liquid. Planet Odd themselves trying to take objectives in return. They'll find the tier 1 down bottom, continuing to head towards that tier 2. They've almost certainly got to head back as Liquid, they are just claiming tower after tower. 15 minutes in, the top and the middle lane cleared out in terms of tier 1s and tier 2s.
Odd has completely recognized, Eric, there's nothing, we can't fight. We can't fight the 4v5, we can't fight the 4v4. Our heroes are just not able to do so at all. So it's recovery time, and it's time to try to take it to the late game. Misery even queues up the Midas. They're ready to try to take it to that stage, and that's the only way that they can actually come back in this one, is if they can take it just very, very late, because everyone is so shut down. Moon, the supports, etc.
I mean, this would be massive for Liquid as well. Heading into Roshan, they can grab this Aegis and have this potential to threaten high ground at this early stage of the game. It's going to be absolutely perfect for them. Can Planet Odd do anything about this? They're not in the neighborhood. This Roshan is just going to go down too damn quick with the damage that Matumbaman and Miracle can offer at this stage of the game, and they'll grab it. Aegis in hand, Liquid are ready to go for more, and Planet Odd, as we saw, they wanted to avoid them. And they're still going to want to, but they're going to have to react to these pushes that Liquid are going to come in.
Yeah, Liquid's going to go for high ground here.
Yeah.
This is the go time. Get the top lane in, get the mid lane in, bottom lane. Maybe they don't even care about the tier 2. Maybe they just go with their own plan.
And completed Halberd on Miracle. I mean, this Huskar is such a damn threat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How do you kill him? A well-timed Laguna Blade could do it, but with the backup from Kuroki, it's going to be so damn... GH as well, he's got a completed Solar Crest.
It's looking grim.
So evasion upon evasion. How can they stop this Huskar?
It's looking very grim for Odd.
I mean, Miracle may just jump in and fight. He's going to be held back by the first telekinesis. There'll be the save onto Weeha from Moon, trying to get him out of position. There's the Nether Strike back into the Light Strike array. But indeed, he's just drawing the attention away so the rest of Liquid can claim the tier 3. Now they'll look towards the racks. Miracle just jumping in, moving towards the fountain as he forces Planet Odd back. Mind control, in with the Echo. The stun lock onto 2. Liquid get themselves 2 kills, maybe even more. Moon trying to hide in the trees, but they're spotted him out as well. It's a third down. The same time though, down bottom, Resolution looking for the split push. There'll be a buyback from Moon, but it really is the base of Planet Odd that's looking in a much dire position. Moon, let's have Saxa jumping on from some Miracle. Saxa does have the stolen jump, brings Miracle down low, but with these armlet toggles and the regen, he's keeping himself alive. Rezo unable to even find the tier 3. He's got to head back or do something. But what can he do about this? I mean, Liquid, they're cleaning up a second set of racks just 17 minutes in. Misery calls GG, well played. It's all over. The Huskar strats from Liquid too strong as they bring the series to a 2-1. Planet Odd still with the lead, but could this be the start of Liquid coming back and making that climb off the back foot of being 2-0?